What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and today we're going to be doing a full character analysis of our man Choji here, who is the most broken unit and the actual next upcoming Blazing Fest unit, being the competing with Madara Spot as the best unit in the game. So I just want to take this time of the video to go over my man Choji real quickly, and then of course we'll go over the new Phantom Castle unit, which is just a really bad Kaguya. But just messing with you guys. Of course, we have a new Choji for a Phantom Castle, and we actually have a new Kaguya Blazing Fest coming up. So hope you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So what I'm going to be going over today is partial translations of the units to pretty much to the the best of my abilities, because the units aren't currently translated, but their full info is out, and we can kind of take a educated guess as to what they do. But their stats are all out, including PvE and PvP, and because of that, I wanted to make this video now because what I'm planning on doing is when the when the update drops and the game is out, I do want to summon on Kaguya live, and because of that, I want to get this video done early. What I'll do is, for anything that I say incorrectly or missed, I'll include it in a pinned comment down below, but hopefully I do have all the information present already to make a solid video. Now, before I get anything moving forward, I do want to say go check out Nordex Blazing, because he's the one who provides us with all this information. And while you're at it, give my boy, myself, Mystic Watch, a follow. Link will be down below. Now, starting off with Choji, just because I do want to get him out of the way, he is the new Phantom Castle unit. Very quick things to note is that his stats are pretty lackluster, but he does go under 28, and because of that, it makes him a pretty it makes him a good unit for under 28, right? But outside of the under 28 missions, he is no longer a good unit. So just keep that in mind. These stats are with his dupe abilities included and pills, meaning that he has 400 extra HP from these two dupe abilities, plus 300 extra HP from pills alone. So this man is rocking 700 extra HP on this screen before you get yourselves confused with what his actual stats are. So you take away 700, this man is sitting at 1400 HP and 984 attack, and those are his actual stats. Now he is mid-range, and with fully dupes, he does become relatively good, but of course his best dupe is on his last dupe ability, which kind of sucks, because if you guys want to get him on Phantom Castle, you're going to have to get the top 100, and no one likes doing that. But going through and running through his dupe abilities, you have 200 HP, 20% chance to increase attack reduction, and then you got 10% damage reduction, 15% damage reduction, totaling up to 25%. Now, if you go take a look at these, I have absolutely no idea what these do, but most likely it's a field attack up. He's probably not healing, so it's most likely an attack up. And 20% chance of probably something useless, to be honest. I don't know, the Choji's just not that good, to the point where it doesn't matter. But you do have over here, his jutsus are 5.4 times attack AoE, 4 turns of barrier for 2500 damage, which is solid. It's not that big of a deal. Then his ultimate jutsu is 55 times multiplier for a 6% chance. No, I'm kidding. 55% chance of attack reduction with an 11 times multiplier, and then that's for 6 turns. And then of course his attack reduction gets boosted by the dupe ability up here. And then these are just showing that what was actually increased. So as you can see, I mentioned that it was plus 700 HP. Because when Nordex provides his stats, the units are fully duped and fully pilled. Now, these are his PvP stats. It's nothing amazing. Like, this man would need an extra 2,000 to 3,000 attack to actually be useful, plus like 20 speed. But of course, they're never gonna make a Phantom Castle unit or an emergency mission unit actually good at PvP. So now let's get into the. Before I do that, let me go into Choji's jutsu so you guys can see it really quickly. Go human boulder. Here, let's what was it? Pause the music. Too loud. That's fine. And I hate when my Twitter does this. It just freezes in the middle of the thing. That is definitely the worst animation they could have used. But either way, they made Butterfly Choji. I mean, they couldn't really waste Butterfly Choji on a Phantom Castle unit, so I understand that. Okay, and then now let's go take a look at the Kaguya. So I'll show off the Kaguya, her stats, and then I'll show off who's on her banner so you guys can get a good idea of what to do real quickly. But here we have it. So the Kaguya is short range. This is her max duped and pilled, but her dupes don't actually affect her stats at the end of the day. So she only has the plus 300 HP and 100 attack, meaning that this is her fully statted character. Right, so relatively tanky. She is a heart unit, which people do consider bad in the sense where they really wanted a wisdom healer, because you can already see from the dupe abilities that she has 2 self-healing abilities. Now, she goes down to 40 cost, so she is another 100 cost unit like Madara, so keep that in mind. And on top of that, you have what is it? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't know. But you don't have, like, the reason people wanted her to be a wisdom unit is because wisdom just needs a healer, whether it's mostly self-healing healer, right? Like, you don't need a unit to heal you, right? You just need people with self-healing abilities or buddy skills or things like that that are also viable to run and aren't garbage, right? Because you don't see people running around with the wisdom 5-star Kabuto anymore. Now, with that in mind, she is still going to be useful to the game because Heart doesn't really have that many healers either. So Heart has an Eno like buddy heal from the new Valentine's thing that no one summoned on unless they just wanted an Eno for, you know, the card art was kind of nice. But other than that, you have Madara from the, you know, 7 Blazing Fest ago. Then you also have Tsunade from like 13 months ago. I don't know how long, 14, 15, 16 months ago. You know, the first healer in the game, 6-star Tsunade. So yeah. So this is a welcoming addition to the banner. Of course, everyone has their own opinions and they are entitled to. But, you know, just keep in mind that in my opinion, I think it's perfectly fine that she is a heart unit. Now let's get along with here. We got, this is, now I translated this part myself. I'm really proud of this, but we got 20 to 25% damage reduction right over here. And that's really good simply because like it outclasses the Madara damage reduction of 15 to 20% for the field heal. But for that same reason, this is actually pretty trash because it's short range. You know, this Kaguya could have been just mid range and they could have like knocked off like 100 or 200 points from her HP, and all of a sudden she's significantly better. But it is what it is. I think her biggest downfall is that she is short range, as nothing, like everything else is perfectly fine to the unit. Now you got 250 attack of buddy skill, which is always a solid buddy skill, you know, especially if you have it on someone with a high multiplier. If she's behind someone with a high multiplier, this becomes significantly better. And then this is where, like, you know, take a chance, it's anyone's guess. But for the most part, we do know what's going on here. First ability or jutsu is 6.3 times multiplier AoE. It's a square box, and I'll show it above. And it is 1 turn of 40% damage reduction, which is really high in my opinion. And it also restores chakra gauge by 1. Now the ultimate ability is single target, negates type disadvantage, 22 times multiplier. There might be something else written there that I haven't picked up on, but that seems to be the case. Or at least that seems to be there, right? If there's anything else that I'm missing, I'll add it down below. But single target, 22 times multiplier. That's crazy. And then of course she generates a chakra simply because it's like a 16 or 17 hit combo with that. And then her normal jutsu is a 9 hit combo. So if you hit 2 people with that, you're generating a chakra over there as well. Now the dupe abilities is 20% chance to reduce chakra on normal jutsu to 0. 350 self-healing. Reduces chakra gauge by 1. 20% chance to reduce chakra gauge to 0 on normal jutsu. And then another 350 healing, and then you have 2 times multiplier increase. Now this could be either to both jutsus or to ultimate only, because I'm pretty sure this is not the one for normal jutsu. I'm pretty sure it might assume it's for ultimates, and you know, if it's for both, it's for both. That's crazy. But actually I can just figure it out. What's 6.3 times this number? 6, 12. Yeah, so it's like 13,000. Yeah, so it's just for ultimate. The reason for that is because if you take a look at Nordex's uh, so 6.3 times 2,000 is that number, pretty much. Now that you can see that she has the 40% damage reduction right here, but it will go away right after this Naruto moves. And you just saw the 700 self-healing, wherever it was, right? There you go. And now pay attention to the damage that she does, because this will include the ultimate, the final dupe of a 2 multiplier increase to bring it up to 24 multiplier. Okay, and it's cut off there, but you can see 78,768 damage with the type effectiveness. So neutral damage is not going to be as much as that. It'll probably be around 50k for neutral damage. But even then, single target damage, that is a lot, and you can actually buff her up if you manage to pull the, not pull it, but if you manage to secure a Phantom Castle sexy Naruto from, like 10 Phantom Castles ago. But if you didn't, you didn't. This does make it so that Kaguya can really clinch out those art-only objectives on body missions, and it's pretty solid. So, how good is the Kaguya? I'll make a full analysis later, but she's actually a pretty solid unit, and you can actually take a look at her on PvP. She's pretty useful too, having 24, like, the insane amount of HP. You have 2,426 attack and 206 speed. Speed is slow, right? If the speed was like, I mean, with pills, it's 236. It's not the end of the world, but the jutsus change slightly, and it seems like it's, instead of one turn of 40% damage reduction, it's 2 turns of 20%, which is actually pretty interesting in my opinion. But even then, like 5.3 times multiplier. Oh, the multiplier actually dropped by 1 too. So instead of 6.3, it's 5.3. And then so 5.3 of this. I don't know why they did that. Like, yeah, I guess like make her base damage a little bit higher, so when she auto attacks people, it actually hurts a little bit. But so it's like you're pretty much talking about 5 times multiplier of this, and this is 500. So it's like about the same amount of damage. It's doing like 12 to 13,000 damage AoE. The AoE is not that big. She will generate a chakra. She'll do like close to, what is it, like 18k damage AoE onto skill units, but you don't see skill units running around, so she probably won't be played in PvP, even though she is a good unit in PvP, simply because you have Itachi running around like crazy right now. Now, the last thing before I end off this video is simply just to take a look at the banner. So you can actually see them side by side, the Madara banner and the Kaguya banner. In my opinion, the Madara banner is better just because of the units on there, and plus Madara himself is a beast and a nightmare. Like, he's just amazing. I think the Madara is better than the Kaguya. I don't think there's much of a debate to that. I think the Kaguya is really solid, but probably like top 5 units rather than, contesting the #1 spot. So in my opinion, you should still summon for the Madara, but it's really what you need at the end of the day and what units you like, because you might need the Sage of 6 Pass Naruto, Jubito, Sage Hashirama, but the Gaara actually pulls down this banner a significant amount. The overall quality of the units on the Madara banner is just better, and that's really it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down below, and be sure to check out my channel when the update drops to see if I'm doing a live summon or not, because I do want to actually summon for the Kaguya. Since my JP account is new, I don't have as many units on there, and I do need like every single person on that banner regardless. I don't have a single copy of Sage of 6 Path Naruto, so more than the Kaguya, I'm actually summoning for that Sage of 6 Path Naruto. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.